I got a request from Gabby and Sabrina, but it's just Gabby, from one of my live streams to do these guitar recordings. So first I'm gonna go over the basics, and I'm gonna try to do this through every video. The theme for this month is Christmas, because it's after Thanksgiving, so immediately we have to worship Christmas as our Lord and Savior. So let's go over the basis. The basis is that you have, with the typical guitar, you have 6 strings. Each string represents its own separate note. That's E. Then there's A. Then there's D. D. This one is D. D. Then G. Then that's your G chord, your G string. Your beautiful G string. And then the B. And then E. I'm probably gonna have some beautiful graphics over that. Some beautiful graphics of each individual note, so I'm gonna stay still. But yeah, we have E, A, D, G, B, E. Typically my guitar has very old strings, so I'm actually gonna show you guys how to tune your guitar. Awesome. You could do it by ear. It's gonna take a very long time though. But here, let me just show you. Hey, this is Future Bella. The recording for this section didn't make it through, so I'm gonna make up for what I lost. Pretty much, there are a lot of tuners that you could download on. I use iPhone, so I say the App Store or whatever application store that is available for your phone. There are several. Some of them you could buy, but it's honestly not even worth it. Like, you could go online on your computer if you have a microphone capabilities and tune your guitar on your computer. So I wouldn't really suggest buying a tuner, especially since there's so many that are free to use. And pretty much with mine, what you want to try to do is you want to hit it on the green. Like, here you go. See how that happened? I think there's some static when I'm recording, so it's picking up the static. But for the most part, you want to try to get it on the green. Here, let me try to use my... There you go. That one's perfect. That one's a perfect. My lowered E is kind of an old string. In fact, my higher E is a brand new string. I think it's this one. Oh, that one's horribly out of tune. So whenever you have to tune a note, look, let's tune my G string. See how it starts off like not in the green? Pretty much my note is sharp. Your note is sharp when you go up a note. Let me see. Like if it was a G, like this one's a G, and how it goes to A. Yeah, see how it goes to A flat? It's sharp. And then if a note is flat, it would be G going to G flat. If that's how you guys want to remember it, it goes down to a flat. It goes down to a flat. So here, let's tune this together. There you go. And that's perfect. That is perfect. I pretty much tuned most of my notes already. I'm Future Bella, so I don't really need to tune my notes because Past Bella is actually going to play the song for you, and she already has all of her notes or her strings tuned in this next section. So, pretty much, that's, you just kind of have to hear it out. I think there's like, the more you tighten it, the sharper the note gets. So, whenever it's flat, tighten your strings. Whenever it's sharp, loosen your strings. And be careful. Be careful. Be careful with tightening them too much. Tightening them too much. If you feel like your string is just too tightened, maybe go a lower octave, which means to go say this is an E. So that's a lower E, and then this is the higher E. So you would go lower or something, or maybe get new strings, because the strings will snap. I've had that happen to me before. One of my strings snapped in my face, and it did not feel comfortable at all. So be careful with tuning your instrument, and that's pretty much it here. I'll send you guys to the next section of the video.
Hey guys, also future Bella here. Past Bella's recording of the Jingle Bell Rock, that was also corrupted, sadly. But hey, this time I have a better grasp of what I'm going to be teaching you guys today. Today, we are going to be teaching you guys beautiful Jingle Bell Rock. Let's get started with the first 4 notes that you get to see. The first 4 notes that you get are G, then you get E minor. That sounds weird. So then E minor, then C, then D. Here's how you what notes you need to push down. First one for G, it's this one. This is the 3rd fret. These individual like brackets just before the metal, it hits the metal, is a fret. Usually like odd numbers like 3, 9, 3, 7, I forgot how to count. 3, 7, 9, then 11, and then so on and so forth are have like a circle on them, and then it shows a circle on the top of your guitar too, some of them at least. Mine does, just so that you won't have to look over and see that this is dotted. Instead, you could just you look up on the top and you see that it's dotted, and then you just, oh geez, wrong one, you know which to press. So the first finger goes right here on the 3rd fret. It's this one right there. And then the second finger goes right here on the 2nd fret. And then the last finger, which is this one, goes right at the very bottom on the 3rd fret. And together it makes this note. That nice, beautiful G chord. And then we have E minor. It's this finger. This finger goes right here on the 2nd fret, and then this finger goes right here on the 3rd string on the 2nd fret. And together that makes. That one's pretty easy. Pretty easy note. The next note is C, and it's just gonna go like this. Your first finger is going on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Just right there. Your second finger goes on the 3rd string on the 2nd fret. 3rd string on the 2nd fret. And then your last finger, which is this one, is going to go on the 2nd to the last string, which is your B string on the 1st fret. And all together, that's going to do this. And then finally, the last note of the intro is the D chord, which it's this first finger on the second fret. Oh, I'm hitting the right one. It's this first finger on the second fret on the third to the last string. This is your G string. And then this finger right here on the third fret on the second to the last string. This is your B string. So this finger here. And then this last finger here on the second fret on the last string. And all together that makes this, that beautiful note. So all together you have G, then you have E, then you have C, then you have D. And you could pause the video right now and just practice changing in between those notes, because I remember whenever I first played guitar, it was really tough changing from, like, you know, G to C or E minor and D. Changing between all those notes can be difficult, so feel free to go back in the video and just get yourself familiar with those individual notes. Thankfully, throughout this song, there's maybe one other note, one other chord that's introduced later in the song, but for the most part, it's just G, E minor, C, and D. So that's pretty much all of it. The intro is kind of played off like this. And as an added bonus, if you want to, this might be a little bit tough because we are doing mostly chords, but you can also do tabs too, and tabs are just, you know, playing each individual note, so that maybe you could get, like, you know, to do a guitar solo, you just go like something like that. Pretty much tabs are just things that, just the individual note. It's not a chord like G. Instead, you're just playing one thing on the string. And this is kind of the tab. I kind of just did it by ear. The tab for, you know, when it introduces the song and it goes ding, ding, ding. Here's what I got. So first, if you want to do that, you could just go straight into the song. It's going to be a little bit hard having to go straight into the song after doing this. But if you want to, here's how to tab specifically that. First, you hit this note. You hit it once. It is this finger over on the third, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I said earlier in the video that this was 7. So this is 7, this is 9, this is 11. I am a goofball. So it's this finger on the 5th fret, on the 5th fret. Try saying that 3 times. It's kind of a tongue twister. Specifically, you want to put this finger here because you're gonna slide, well, not slide, you're just gonna put this finger on the 3rd fret, same string, and when you hit this one, you're gonna lift it up and then hit it again. So it's gonna go, and then with this finger, you're just gonna slide it over to the 2nd fret, and just hit it again. So all together that's. And finally, you're just gonna lift the finger off and you're just gonna hit the note by itself. The string by itself, that is. So all together, that's. And that's pretty much how the beginning part goes. So all together you have. And then you could go right into the song. So right now we're just gonna play the entire song, but before we do that, I'm gonna show you the last note that you need to know, and that is B minor. So B minor is pretty much from the 2nd fret. It's this, and it's this first finger on the 3rd string on the, let's see, 3rd, 4th fret right here. And then it's this finger just below that on also the 4th fret. And finally, this finger on the 3rd fret, 2nd to the last string right here. And all together, that's. So this one is a little bit hard. I found this part a little bit challenging because the B minor comes right after the C. So it's this to this. And I would pause the video right now just to practice changing from this to this over and over again until you just finally got it right. See, I'm messing up too. Just until you have everything all nice and dandy. And besides that, you pretty much know all of the notes to hey, that Bella goofed. There's one more note that you guys need to know. There's one more note. It's the B minor, and there's also an A note that you guys need to know. So here's the A note. This is how it sounds. That's a nice, beautiful A natural. And it's pretty much just this finger on the D string right here on the 2nd fret. So it's the 3rd string from the top. And then it's this finger on just below that, the string just below that, on the same fret. There you go. And it's this last finger on the 2nd to the last string on also the 2nd fret. And then all together, you just get this, which is a nice simple chord. That's pretty much it. Now I'm gonna leave now. You pretty much know all the notes to Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, which, round of applause for you. Round of applause for you. Good job. Good job. You've completed lesson 1 of this kind of mini series where I'm just going to go over Christmas songs. So pretty much now we're just going to run through the song so that you know how to play each note, specifically in this song. If again, spend some time, just practice getting the right chord sound, like each finger on each note, and practice makes perfect for sure. Next week, I'm not sure how often I want to upload these or make these, but we'll play a slightly more difficult song just to add more challenge to these lessons until finally we get to like a really difficult song at the very end of the month. Let's just run through the song. Let's run through the song. Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop. Mistletoe hung where you can see every couple tries to stop. Rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring. Later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly. Deck the halls with broads of holly. Rocking around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in a new old-fashioned way. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly. Deck the halls with broads of holly. Rocking around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way. Everyone dancing merrily in a new old-fashioned way. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys learned something new. Learning a new instrument, especially learning a guitar, is really nice. It boosts IQ. I believe learning an instrument does do that. It's just a neat little talent to have in general. There's a link to the place that I got these chords from in the description. Feel free to check it out. I did change the ending a little bit, just because I didn't know what exactly they were trying to get with the ending. It's supposed to be C, G, G, C, G, but I changed it to the intro where it just plays, the beginning part, just so that it makes a nice little, loop around. You played the intro, then you played the intros, the outro. So yes, feel free to watch this video again, look back on it, if you need any more help, especially if this is your first time playing guitar. I would understand if you need to, look at the chords individually and practice them for a very long time. I've been playing guitar for 8 years, and I still kind of had a little bit of trouble just playing this on the spot. So again, if you enjoyed this, please leave a like and also subscribe if you're new. Hopefully I will do more of these in the future, and if you're having a little bit of trouble, feel free to look back. Nothing wrong with having to refresh your memory on some of the things. I did kind of speed through it, so it's okay if you need to look back. And again, I'll see you guys in the next video, either stream or another guitar lesson, possibly. If you leave a like, then maybe I'll do another one. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you guys later. Bye. Bye, everyone.